Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. I am Udit Goenka, the founder and CEO of Autoposting.ai, and I am back with another incredible video for you guys where I'm going to be sharing optimizing your LinkedIn profile and why optimizing your LinkedIn profile is the golden key to landing more opportunities. About 40x more opportunities, something that you can land just by optimizing your LinkedIn. I'm just going to hit the refresh button again because it's always good to just quickly refresh and see that, hey, everything that I am doing is exactly what I'm sharing with you. As you can see, I'm one of the top voices. If you see, my profile is extremely optimized and I'm going to be sharing every bit of it one by one with you guys, right? Now, before I get started, what is Autoposting.ai? Autoposting.ai is my agentic AI content discovery and content creation platform where you can discover new pieces of content around different industries in a matter of seconds, and then you can turn that into a piece of content. Again, with just a click of a button, just select any piece of content over here, select the tone that you want, or select the model that you want, and then just quickly select one of the formats. So in this case, I'm just going to select this format just for the sake of showing. Hit the button and right away just wait for about good 10, 15, 20 seconds, and it's gonna craft the most perfect piece of content for you that's pre-formatted. And again, that's very important for you to constantly keep on posting on LinkedIn, because if you don't do that, optimizing your LinkedIn profile makes zero sense, because if you don't post and if you don't create contents, it's not going to get discovered, right? So if you can see, the content got created. Now you can do whatever you want, keep and post, right? Now let's go back into optimization and talk about why it's so critical to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Otherwise, you're just losing out on so much opportunities. Let's get started. Why do you even need to optimize? First, there are 1.2 billion people using LinkedIn. That's crazy, right? 1.2 billion people in the world. So start optimizing LinkedIn. Second, 80% of majority of your B2B deals are going to get closed on LinkedIn. Your customers are on LinkedIn. Please start optimizing your profile. Third, which is what I was telling you earlier, you will land 40x more opportunities, not 10%, not 20%, 40x more opportunities for your business. Now, what's the neuroscience behind optimizing your profile? First impression matters a lot. Have you ever been on a dating app? If you have been ever on a dating app, what's the first thing that you see? Pictures. Second thing that you notice are some of the information, and just make a quick judgment about that person. You think people don't think the same way on LinkedIn? If you think that's not the case, then you're absolutely wrong. There's no much of a difference in optimizing your dating app profile versus optimizing your LinkedIn profile, right? If you don't optimize your LinkedIn profile, you're losing out on opportunities because people would not know what you're capable of. What do you do? How do you do? They make their first impression the moment they land on your profile. So this is why it's very important to be very direct, clear about who you are, what you do, with clear pictures, everything. And I'm going to be talking about all of those things in just a moment, right? At the same time, have cognitive triggers. It's very important that when you optimize in a way that makes it very clear about the outcome that you're going to sell, be it a product, services, you need to really focus on what outcome can someone expect when they connect with you, right? Don't sell your product, don't sell features, don't sell services. Talk about the outcome. Hey, this is what I can get, right? This is what I can prove. Again, I'm going to be talking about all of that in just a moment, and then start adding some of your keywords as well, because if you don't add those keywords, most likely your profile will not show up when people are searching about you. So I'm going to be talking about that in just a moment at the same time, right? Let's talk about this Delta 4 framework for profile optimization, right? And why this Delta 4 framework works like a charm. Again, we're going to take the pyramid structure over here, where we're going to talk about the obvious simplification, which is making really very crystal clear what are you expert about, right? If you're a jack of all trades, LinkedIn will never work for you. But if you're an expert, you have a lot of business waiting for you. Second is status, where you are, who you are, what have you done, right? Third is flaw tolerance, right? Showing a very strong positioning about what do you do. Positioning is key. And then lastly, irresistible value. This is what I can do for you, right? these are very critical, right? So for example, instead of saying I'm a marketing manager, say I'm a revenue architect. I'm a B2B SaaS revenue architect. Just a different way of framing things that hits people's mind. Then instead of just saying I'm a marketing manager, say I'm a revenue architect and I've transformed 47 companies from $0 to $10 million in ARR and I'm obsessed about driving ROI. That makes a big difference right away, right? Now, let's go into the actual account and see some of these things in person. And let's walk through some of the things. You will be seeing a lot of things that's going on right now over here. So we're going to talk about each one of those things one by one. The very first thing that you will see, and this is one of the biggest mistake people do, is they do not change the URL structure. Please claim your edited URL. Don't have those numbers and everything. It's really crazy. And it doesn't help either. So please optimize. Second, make sure that your profile is public and your profile picture is public. This is another big mistake people make, is they don't even know that their profile picture is not public. Only the first connection or second connection can see, right? Or all the LinkedIn members can see. And if someone is landing from, let's say, Google, if your account is indexed in Google, they'll not discover that. Please make sure it's public. Then make sure that your background images, headline, website, summaries, all of these things are really public, right? As you can see, I've added all of the critical things as a clear public information, right? So you can literally just copy and paste these things, right? Just keep these information very important. I'm going to go back to my profile and then I'm going to talk about this, right? So as you can see, my next line clearly says, we help companies implement agentic AI to reduce marketing, sales, and op costs by up to 70%. A very clear proposition about what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to help you reduce your cost. If you are looking to implement an agentic AI solution, I am the guy for you, right? I have multiple solutions to sell. And this is why I'm not selling a specific solution. I'm selling a specific departmental solution because I have different products available for different departments, right? Second, I add credibility, right? So I add credibility by adding and saying, I am an angel investor. So I've personally invested in about 38 startups. Not just that, I'm a 2x TEDx speaker. Makes a big difference, right? Because everyone wants to get on that TEDx list and on that TEDx channel. And it has taken me years and years of my hard work and effort to get there, right? That's one of the biggest recognition one can have today. And at the same time, I have been featured by LinkedIn in India. I've clearly mentioned my value proposition. And lastly, again, I've written another proof, the social proof that I was talking about, which is we are building India's very first funded agentic AI venture studio. As you can see, my value props are very clear and I'm using the Delta 4 framework that has been designed, which talks about simplification. I clearly talk about what I do. I clearly have established a smarter way of connection. I've written down status. I've created a proof. And then I've made an irresistible offer of reducing up to 70% of your cost, right? Another very important thing is make sure that your account is creator mode. A lot of people do not have creator mode enabled. The problem with that is new people, or when you start creating content, they cannot follow you. You might have crossed your 30,000 connections and you cannot connect with new people. So this is why it's very important that you enable your account for creator mode. Just click on the edit button and you enable your creator mode, right? Also at the same time, if you're hiring someone, add it over here, again, adds credibility and it adds that, hey, you're hiring, it attracts more people to check your account and connect with more relevant people, right? As you can see, I'm able to now see who is viewing my profile, how many impressions I had in the last 7 days, right? Things like that. And because of all of these optimizations, I'm just going to quickly go over here as well. I'm just going to show you, and again, we have been using auto posting for quite some time internally. So I'm just going to hit this. As you can see, about 2.7 million impressions in the last 365 days. Amazing, right? I would have paid like a lot of money. And again, I create very specific piece of content around software, which means that most of them are my buyer's audience, right? Which is fantastic. Very important to target. Don't write gibberish content. Don't chase just impressions either, right? It's very important that right people see your content and not the amount of people see your content. That's very important. Another big mistake people make. So This is why make sure that you handle and take care of that. Now, the next and very most, as you can see, every week I get seen by almost 2,300 people approximately, maybe more than that. So sometimes it ranges 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. That's the number of people. My profile gets discovered because I'm also creating contents around it, right? So it's very important to train the algorithm that way. Then I have a very clear about a section that talks about how I started at the age of 16. And then this is my icebreaker with someone who's reading, right? Because all of my audiences whom I'm targeting as my potential audience, they're probably in the 30s, 40s, right? And they have seen and experienced 256 kbps internet connection. I've clearly mentioned I'm a self-taught graphic designer. Again, my story starts from there. It gets to hook because that's my story. Whatever your story is, write down everything that you have done for the last 3 years, 5 years, whenever you started your career, and be honest. You have screwed up, write it down. Be honest, right? It's very important that you be vulnerable. If you have gone through a lot of challenges, talk about it and be honest with people, please. If you do not be honest with people, you're not going to be able to connect with them. That's extremely important. Then add some services that you're offering. They act as a keyword. Now, the next very important thing, which is something a lot of people miss out on, is making sure that you create a newsletter, and this should always be your first feature because people can come and subscribe. Very important, because when you publish any piece of content inside your newsletter, guess what? 12,500 people, if I publish now, gets notified. This is one of the most underrated hack, right? A lot of people don't know and they randomly feature random things. Services don't do that. Please hook people into your funnel. That's very important. And then I have featured the companies that I am currently working on. And then comes my pieces of content, right? Please don't feature your pieces of content. They are really of no use. Please don't do that. Please don't waste opportunity when people are visiting your profile. Now let's go back before I share more things over here. So I hope the Delta 4 framework is extremely clear to you and you start implementing this right away. Now, here's some advanced keyword structure that you can implement that might see some great results based on the data and based off thousands of profiles that we have analyzed with AI internally. Your headline is very important. Make sure to have at least like 2 to 3 exact keyword matches. Add some keyword variations and maybe add about 3 to 4 semantic keywords or terms around it, right? Your about section needs to also have about 5 to 7 primary keywords, some secondary keywords, and then LSI keywords, right? Again, you can feed all of these things inside AI and probably get things going. Make sure your experiences are very clear. You have about 3 to 5 roles, your achievements, your support incomes, everything is clear. And finally, your skills. Please make sure that you implement this if you want to get discovered more than other people and your profile to show up before anyone else. Now, here is the visual psychology, right? Another big mistake people make. Please don't have random pictures of you in the beach or something like that on LinkedIn. It's a LinkedIn. If you want to do that, just use Instagram. Nothing wrong with that, right? So please make sure that you're having a direct eye contact. As you can see, I'll come back over here. I have a direct eye contact over here. Very important, right? Genuine smile. Trust me, a lot of people do not smile, please. Please smile in your pictures when you are uploading them. Don't be serious, guys. Like, life is too short to being very serious all the time. So please smile in your picture, right? And just have a good, simple attire, right? Clean, uncluttered background, everything, right? Now, to avoid sunglasses, please, right? Or something that blocks your face. No group photos. Again, this is not Snapchat or Instagram or TikTok, right? I don't upload low resolution pictures and don't upload like any sort of like heavily filtered pictures. Also have clear banner. Very important. Otherwise you're missing out. See this. As you can see, I have a very clear picture of myself. I have clearly defined who I am, what I do, and what are the things that I'm building right now. Everything is very crystal clear in this particular image. Again, it's very important, right? And then I have this tagline of dream, build, sell, grow, and rise, right? This is what I do. Start dreaming. It all starts with dream, right? Very clear. Please add this, right? Again, everything with a clear call to action. And then you might have noticed one thing. I have something very incredible. I have something over here that instead of adding my website, I have this CTA that says access my sales cheat sheet, where I'm giving away a great value to someone. And once they enter in this funnel, I get their email address. I don't want to take them to my website. That's not going to build an email trust. But if I give them value right away, I build trust with them. So now imagine 2,300 people visiting my profile, and I'm not going to share the number in terms of how many people are downloading this. But hypothetically, if I say that, hey, even if that number is about 200 people, 300 people a week, I'm generating 1,000 leads per month without paying a dime, right? But I am creating content using auto posting. But imagine just paying $29 and generating 1,000 plus leads. That's freaking insane, by the way. Great value. Okay, coming back, you can create free content by yourself, right? This is going to take half an hour, 2 hours, probably, but you can do that yourself. But if you want to save time, that's when Autoposting.ai comes in. Again, coming back, make sure, guys, it's not that difficult. It's a one-time work. And also, I'm going to share some of the hacks with you guys with AI so that can make your life easy. Let's just go down and see. Right? Again, role, benefits, target. Make sure that your character pitch is about 220 characters max. Make it very clear. Again, I've given some examples over here. I'm not going to spend too much time because I've already explained this to you guys, right? Hook, very important. Authority, value, social proof, connection, action. This should be the architect to drive maximum impact for your business. Now, here is some of the examples of how hook can look like, right? I've helped 47 startups triple their valuation in 18 months if you think you're a VC, right? The secret isn't what VC thinks. So if you're a VC, you do that. And then authoritative as 3x published Harvard Business Review contributor. As you can see, here are some great examples for you guys, basically, right? Again, all these examples are over here. I'm going to be uploading everything, or you can just pause the video right now. You can copy them down, take some inspiration. Or here is another great hack for you guys, right? Go back to your profile and then click on resources and then just save your entire profile as a PDF. Now, come on, here is my entire prompt that I have written, right? Upload this PDF that you have just downloaded. Write this prompt. As you can see, I'm going to share this prompt with you guys in the description below. So you can just click on the link and get this particular piece of prompt. As you can see, this is the prompt, right? And right away, it has given me some great optimization. It has also told me whether I'm attracting the right audience or not. So as you can see, it attracts a mix of entrepreneurs, startup founders, and people interested in our journey, but lacks focus on specific decision makers. Oh, that's a great outcome. I might go and update that. So again, some great insights directly. You don't need an expert, right? Just use things the right way. As you can see, here are the suggestions. Here is a prompt, right? Again, it has taken me 3 hours to write this particular prompt for you guys. I'm going to give away this particular prompt for absolutely free. In the description, you will see a prompt link. Just go and enter your email and you'll get access to this particular prompt, right? Easy to go. Now, coming back over here, right? Now, experience matters a lot. So here is the experience section optimization that you need to work on for algorithm dominance. Focus on situation, task, action, results, and anything plus, right? I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to show you some very important things, right? From activity, let's start with activity first. Make sure that you optimize your activity, right? By default, your activity is defaulted to post. And the problem with post is that I'm not 100% convinced about the layout because everyone does that, right? It's not a scroll stopper. But what you can do is you can click on this edit button and you can choose what you want to show people first. So if you're someone posting a lot of videos, select video first, right? And what will happen right away is as soon as someone comes on your profile, they'll see video, right? Now, if you click on this edit first, now I've been posting a lot of events, so I've selected this. Keep changing it, right? As you can see, I had done about a couple of events. So you can see over here, right? Right away, both of these events are available. So I want more people to go and see these events, right? Because that's when I'm going to drive more value. If you want your newsletter to be the core focus on, just create the newsletter. And as you can see, the last few newsletters will show up over here. It's completely up to you, but please don't default to post. It provides zero value. What's the point of showing the latest few posts that you have shown? It's useless, guys. It's absolute useless. Please don't waste this beautiful section, especially when LinkedIn allows you to edit that. Please change that and see how bold, beautiful this is. It really stands out. Very high level of CTA that helps people get into the funnel, right? Do that. Now, the next time you're entering and adding your experiences, don't just do that. Add the responsibilities that you are doing, what are problems, statements, what are things you're doing, what is the product about, what is the company all about. Please add that. Please add some details, very important. Here, as you can see, like I've even added more descriptions, asking people to book call, everything. Again, please optimize this. Very important again. Optimize your experience section. I see many times people just adding and not utilizing all of the sections. They lose out. You lose out big time on so much more opportunities that you can get, right? Business will come to you rather than you chasing the business all the time. When you optimize and just keep posting contents on a regular basis. I'm not even talking about daily, but even if you post 4 or 5 times a week, that's fantastic. Coming down here is the power of strategic content consistency, right? So it all starts with like strategic content creation, then starts with engagement. Algorithm starts recognizing you. It will boost your profile and that will lead to increased visibility. As you can see, this is a wheel that's going to happen, right? Start with content creation and again, profile boosting is going to automatically happen. The moment you have posted about 30, 40, 50 pieces of content over the post of our last few weeks, or otherwise see one of our previous videos where I've spoken about how to strategically create content hooks and everything. Start creating that and you'll start seeing the magic coming in because of your profile discovery. So now your skill section is your F powerhouse, right? Enter about good 50 odd primary skills. Make sure it is nicely endorsed. So if I go on this section again, as you can see, I've received some recommendations. I've added some of my featured profiles as well. And at the same time, the skills people have endorsed me. There are about like 60 odd skills, which is exactly what I mentioned over here, 50, but I have about 60. And as you can see, most of them are endorsed. The previous ones are also endorsed. So people will come in and endorse you right away after that, right? Just add them, very important in your profile. It makes your profile really stand out and makes it fill up, right? And again, focus on the top 5 skills because that is what is going to show up in the searches, right? So now the tier 1 connections are very important. This is where you connect with 5 to 5,200 highly engaged professionals who would interact. Then tier 2 connections, which is the 500 to 1,000 industry peers. And then finally, a bit broader connections so that you will also get more engagement around them, right? The tier 3 connection might not be your direct audience, but because they engage, your content gets shown up to their profile, which will start attracting probably the tier 1 and tier 2. Then this is why it's a wheel, right? You have to work on all of these things for everything to work. Otherwise, it's not going to work, right? This is how the recommendation or Renaissance actually works, right? Which is identifying the target recommendations, then craft the templates, then you provide the context, execute the action, and then finally follow up, right? This is how it works. It all starts with the top of the funnel. So this is how your funnel actually is driven. Then again, this is how you start optimizing further for industry specific, right? If you're a B2B professional, focus more on social indexing, optimization, client stories, start focusing on that. If you're a technological leader, again, create content around thought processes, industry leader. If you're a freelancer, create more case studies and you will start seeing some great success coming in. And finally, you can use Autoposting.ai and save about 15 plus hours on a weekly basis. That's 60 hours a month. You can have 60 hours of billing. Even if you're charging someone, let's say $30 an hour, that's $1,800 a month. That's ridiculous amount of money saved. With this inflation going up, that's huge, right? The engagements are going to get boosted up right away, right? And then finally, the AI-based psychological templates that they have, right? And the best part, you can get started for free. So just head to app.autoposting.ai, sign up, create your first content for absolutely free, post it, and just keep posting and posting and posting. With that, I hope you found, and again, I'm just going to go back to ensure I've not missed out on anything. And yeah, I've not missed out on anything. I've added every single options, optimizations for you guys. Do this, very important, and I can guarantee you do this optimization, post consistently using auto posting for 90 days, and I can guarantee you getting business. I can guarantee you that you will get visibilities, new followers, new discoveries. If you don't get that after 3 months of you optimizing and creating content, I'm going to give all of your money back. I don't want your money. If we cannot help you grow, we don't deserve your business. So that's the guarantee I can give you, which I've given in the previous videos as well. Again, and if you want to reach out to me at any point of stage, you can just connect me on LinkedIn, right? Just search for Udit Goenka, send me a DM, send me a message over here. I'm available. Or you can just sign up on auto posting, hit the start button, reach out to me at any point of stage, and I'm more than happy to help you out. Drop me a question, reach out to me, or wherever this video is getting uploaded on any of the platforms, just drop a comment and most likely I'll see. But then again, I'll request you to please, if you have liked this video, please follow, subscribe, like this, share it with your team members, everyone who can leverage on LinkedIn big time. It's a free masterclass, guys. You would have paid like hundreds and thousands of dollars on some webinars. I'm giving away all the information for free. With that, I am wrapping up this. I hope you found this helpful. And make sure that you subscribe and follow, because I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Bye.